A top focus after the attack on an enforcement directorate team on the 5th of January this year. Now an NIA team has also faced a similar attack in Bhupatinagar in East Midnapore in West Bengal. Now the team had gone on an area to conduct a search early in the morning in connection with its probe in the Bhupatinagar blast case. Local police sources say that the NIA had requisitioned local police security but had reached the spot before time as well. And the NIA team had detained 2 people in connection with the case, but a local crowd had gathered and attacked the team. Reports also say that the crowd had sticks in their hands and had pelted stones on the convoy, and some of the vehicles of the NIA team have been damaged. The team had detained 2 people and had brought them to Kolkata as they were probing a Bhupatinagar blast case from 2022 is what we're learning. Now remember, this blast in Bhupatinagar had taken place in a TMC leader's home is what we're learning in December of 2022, which the NIA was probing and had in fact detained 2 people. The locals then had garroted the vehicles of the NIA and had pelted stones at the convoy is what we're learning. I have my colleague Saurabh with more details. Saurabh, take us through the latest details. Do we have any information about if the officers who had gone there to Bhupatinagar have been injured in this attack?
Well, no details on the injuries yet, but we know that maybe some minor injuries is what we are being given to understand at this point. And obviously, this is in connection with the Bhupatinagar 2022 December blast case, in which a Kacha house belonging to a local Trinamool leader was blown away. And in that context, of course, the case had been handed over to the NIA by the Calcutta High Court. Now, the NIA had lodged its, case and, of course, had begun probing the case, and therefore, what had happened that it had summoned some people, which, of course, those people did not respond to summons. Then, of course, the NIA, carried out a local level search operation. What local police sources, however, tell us is that the NIA had requisitioned local security as well, but the time given was early morning, and of course, before the time given, the team reached the space, and what happened was a crowd of locals gathered. What we're being given to understand that some in the crowd had sticks and stones were pelted at the car that was carrying the NIA officials. However, NIA officials managed to come out of the area along with the 2 people they had detained, and they have brought them to Calcutta. The team has returned to Calcutta as well, or is about to reach Calcutta at this point. And this is, of course, the second such sort of incident, at least, that we can talk about in the current context. You remember that 5th January attack on ED officials, when ED officials had gone to Sandesh Khali to raid the home of Sheikh Shah Jahan, a local level TMC strongman. This time around, though, we don't know who these accused are, whom the NIA has detained at this point. From there, their identities are still not clear. But we know that this house in which the blast had taken place at that time belonged to a man called Rajkumar Manna, who we are being given to understand was also, a part of the Trinamool Congress at that time. And the 3 people had died in that blast that took place as that Kacha home was completely ripped off. It was on a day or just ahead of the day when, Abhishek Banerjee, the Trinamool's National General Secretary, was addressing a rally in Kontai in December 2022. So obviously this was a massive, issue even then. But the NIA had taken over the probe, and now, of course, the NIA team has been attacked. Now, what is also important to note is that this comes when at a time when the TMC and the BJP have been facing off over central agencies, and repeatedly, even in electoral and political rallies in the campaign, we've seen this face off happening, where Mamata Banerjee has also hit out at the NIA, etc. So obviously, this will become a political issue as well. Even though at this point the NIA team has been able to come back to Kolkata, this is not the last we've heard on this issue as well, because obviously there was some sort of a security issue there for the NIA team, and they managed to return to Kolkata at this point.